JPU family, welcome to another episode. So, guys, this is another classic case of Rise United disinformation. So, I received a few messages today regarding an alleged WhatsApp leak implicating the Prime Minister. It's supposed to be a WhatsApp group involving members of the JLP executive. The Prime Minister supposed to be telling this group that the election is going to be called at a certain time. So the Rise United people them know what they want to do is to try and get the Jamaican people excited about an election. The people are not excited about the PNP, but they have been forcing an election, an early election, because the election is not due yet. But they want an election, and by fabricating some message with the Prime Minister in there, I guess they would try and tell people that, hey, get ready for an election at this time. Anyway, have a look. As you can see here, they created this on Sunday, April 20th. And it says Andrew Holness right there, supposed to be the Prime Minister speaking. It says, good morning again, members. Expect to announce the dates of the election on July for an August polling day. By the third week of June, all candidates and selections should be in place, and we should see some targets and traction toward the party. In the meeting, we will discuss the state minister intentions for the St. Andrew North Central seat. We will not allow any more disunity. And of course, they created a WhatsApp name with Dr. Chang being the General Secretary, acknowledging receipt of this message by the Prime Minister. So, looking a little closer, you can see where they created the whole JLP Central Executive thing with the party's logo on it. And there's another message: good morning, one and all. Happy Easter. Hope all is well. And it goes on and on and on with the lies. And, when I got this message, the person who sent it to me and asked if it's authentic. First of all, if you look at this, there's zero punctuation. The Prime Minister doesn't write like that. And second of all, I told the person that the Prime Minister is not stupid enough to be caught in a WhatsApp group, which is not private, because anybody in a WhatsApp group can leak something. If you ever talk in a WhatsApp group, guys, just bear in mind you're not talking in a private space, right? So the Prime Minister is not stupid to do something like this. And being in power for what, 8 years, going on 9 years, and nobody has ever leaked anything like this. If the Prime Minister actually had a practice of being part of a WhatsApp group with so many people, speaking about sensitive information. No, this is not, no, absolutely not. How do I know it's the Rise United people them who did this? They've done it before. They do it all the time. They do it with Paulwell. This is part of what caused the disunity in the PNP. You have the people in where you see out here telling lies and stuff. They're the ones who do this very same thing to the PNP and help destroy it. They're the ones who use the PNP's letterhead to write Dr. Phillips's resignation letter, which was forgery, and they had no remorse or any regard for the fact that it was a criminal act. So these are the things that they do. It is their hallmark. And if you know them and you know their actions, you don't have to second guess or think twice. When you see these things, you know it's them who did it. But guys, these people have become so desperate. You remember the lady in the church said to Mark Golding, well, she was praying over him and said that he must resist the urge to win at all cost. That is the vibe that the leadership of this PNP gives to its followers, and these are the things that they do. But I know that they're going to hear this, and I just want to say this to them. When you guys do things like these, don't you guys realize how bad you make Mark Golding look? I mean, you think you're hurting the government or the prime minister, but you're not. All you're like a 2-year-old child. You can't even calculate and measure danger So you just do things and then the consequences come back down right pound ahead. What I do is destroying Mark Golding. It is because it's showing that he has no credibility. Just lies constantly, right? Desperation. No one should ever become this desperate. If somebody becomes this desperate, there's something very wrong. So these little underhanded things, I hope the person who did this is not one of Golding's paid bloggers because what a waste of money. Terrible. I don't see how forcing an election is going to help you guys. I mean, if you really want to do something to help yourselves, you ought to be coming to the people with a plan, coming to the people with some solid arguments. Spend more time on things like preparing for a budget debate. You know, like the one you missed recently when it came to the debate without an actual budget or any kind of opposition to what the government presented in their budget. You guys are ridiculous. Talking about calling an election. These people, I've never seen anything like this. How it works in Jamaica. The people in power, they get to call the election. We have never seen a situation where people come out every day, a ball out, call the election, tell them to call the election. There's no need, there's no urgency in Jamaica to call an election. The urgency is that the Rise United, these guys right here, they're just greedy for power, nothing else. You don't see the Jamaican people coming out in the streets marching against the government to call an election. No, because there's absolutely no urgency. They've been talking about calling an election now for the past little over a year, and there is no urgency. One of the good things about not having set election dates is if your government screws up, you can tell them, call an election now. And if enough people get out there and get riled up, the government of the day will have to do it. That's not the case here. There's no need. These guys, them just want power so bad. And them think say everybody if just fall to their knees and say, okay, we'll call the election just because you say so. It doesn't work that way. These guys need to go and get themselves election ready because they're no election ready. Are just noise. Just distraction, nothing of substance. You know? And that's the other thing too, is when people come out to call for election, they're ready for election. They look proper. Them have a team around surrounding the leader, make them look like a viable set of people. We're not seeing that with the Rise United movement. So I don't even know why they're getting out there talking about call an election. The government mustn't look on them, you know? You don't get to come in as the opposition, come and force other people to call election. Who does that? Go sit down. You know, your Dennis Garden say we're there. Comrade leader, all is not well. All is not well, man. You go ready up on yourself and come. As a matter of fact, what the Rights United people need to do is to go form a party and come challenge the PNP and GLP. If they were doing that the last 4 years, maybe, we'd have a little more excitement and urge to call an election. But not now, go on. The government are governor only in a turmoil. So easy on yourself. Now, when you gonna do something like this, make on a leader and gold in them look just terrible, you know? Just bear in mind going forward because you guys are going to do this again. And you will get caught every time. And each time, one more nail in a golden coffin. Everybody else is say, I just some little riffraff, some little sprat, a follow up golden. Then on a substance, be a lie and tell. No believe nothing at all what they say. That's what people are going to be saying. So you're causing him more harm than anything. Guys, this is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Keep it locked here. Thank you for getting us to 30,000 subscribers. Keep sharing, keep subscribing. Thank you. Have a good day. Catch you in the next video.